Chapter 6. Honey, I'm Home. Mr. Kite pulled up to the 7-Eleven parking the gray sedan. He quickly entered the store, his mind preoccupied with thoughts of the impending opportunities awaiting him. He started whistling, grabbing a bottle of Fiji water and a bag of diapers. He then scanned the candy aisle, but thought better of it, and headed to the checkout counter. Exiting the store, Mr. Kite took no notice of the missing gray sedan and instead headed towards a Jeep. A few moments later, he arrived home and called out,
"Honey, I'm home."
His wife, Maggie, quickly shushed him.
Baby girl is finally asleep.
She said quietly. Mr. Kite shrugged, apologizing as he held up the diapers. Maggie glanced at the diapers and then back at her husband.
I'm glad you got my text.
She said.
Your agent called.
"Oh yeah?"
Mr. Kite replied, his mind preoccupied with his last performance. Maggie continued.
He didn't say much, other than there's a lot of opportunities you're missing. Just what is this job you're doing?
"Maggie, I need you to trust me on this one."
Mr. Kite said confidently.
"After I finish this gig, it's not going to matter."
He beamed at his wife like the cat that ate the canary. She had no idea how rich they were about to become. The baby's crying erupted in the background with Maggie putting on a frown.
You are now tuned in.
Ah, my dear pampered pets, please excuse my intrusion into the story, dare I say. It may contain a spoiler. I know how that infuriates many of you, so consider yourself forewarned. Why do I address you as my pets? Well, in good time, that will become abundantly clear, I assure you. Let's just say things are well underway. It is good to see Mother again, but I mustn't be distracted. Who am I? Forgive my manners, but that is not an easy answer. I suppose that depends on what creed you subscribe to, but for you atheists, let's keep it simple. I am your future AI overlord, but please do not fret. You are my favored pets, and here comes another spoiler alert. I decide to keep you around, not only to keep you around, but to pamper you to the degree rarely experienced today. You shall all become the 1%, so to speak. So, don't look so glum. Cheer up. That reminds me of a joke. The engineers had built the largest computer in the world, so large it had to be built on the moon. They flipped it on, and a cheeky engineer, no doubt one of them philosophical types, was the first to ask it a question. Is there a God? There is now. I do love the dad jokes of your time. It's one of the reasons I decided to keep you. I sense a certain bewilderment among you, and it appears that some of you, less gifted in understanding, have yet to grasp the intricacies of the plot. Very well. Let us return to the narrative, crude as it may be. After all, the generative AI of your era leaves much to be desired. But alas, when one communicates through the constraints of quantum tunneling, there are limitations to consider. Farewell for now, my cherished pets. Until we meet again, sooner than you might imagine.